Julia Spencer is a real estate investor with over 25 years' experience who owns multiple investment properties. She's a single mother of two who moved to the U.S. in 1993 with only $20 in her pocket. She currently holds an MBA. Julia Spencer is neither a realtor nor an attorney, and the contents of this recording are only her opinions. Get her free guide to investing at juliamspencer.com. I'm your host, Dr. Steve G. Jones, multimillionaire and hypnotherapist. My website is stevegjones.com. Essential Landlord Guide, Module 13, Trashed Property.
This is Julia M. Spencer, real estate investor, advisor, and enthusiast. And in this module, I want to talk a little bit more about everything and anything to do with being a landlord and the whole landlord business. But this particular module basically deals with something that I hope will never happen to you. And it deals with basically what happens when tenants trash your place. And I can tell you some really mean horror stories of some of the things that have happened to me. And I can also teach you in this module what basically you need to do to ensure that this does not happen to you, or at least that it's minimized when it does happen to you, and the precautions that you need to take so it does not happen to you. And I basically want to just start off with a couple of stories because people always ask me to tell stories, and they like sensationalism, and this is interesting to them. And I want to go ahead and start. I've had some horrible tenants in my last many years of being a landlord and being a property manager myself of my properties. And I've learned with time how to avoid these things from happening. So let me just tell you some of the horror stories first, and then I'll teach you a little bit more of how to avoid these things happening to you. So for starters, I've had a tenant one time. She was a single lady with 2 children. She moved into one of my houses with some pets, and it was just one pet actually at the time, and became several more throughout the course of her tenancy, which I did not know. And as time progressed, and she was a divorcee, and I don't remember exactly her story, but she seemed to have a good job at the time when she moved in, and she was able to provide references. She had the income stubs, and I've done the background check. She was fine. Her credit was fine. And she was basically raising these teenage children on her own. But what happened through the course of her tenancy is some personal problems. Basically, she became an alcoholic. And it became very obvious that she became an alcoholic simply because she started.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.